a couple periods.
Yeah. Well, and you know, these refs know the coaches, right? They're reffing all season, not just in this community, certainly all over. And sometimes not what you say, it's how you say and the words that you use. So, but anyway, Owen Sound on a power play, 4-on-3 power play.
And here is Morrison looking to go backdoor to Merrifield, and that gets picked off.
That's that attempt I'd like to see. You maybe want to see Merrifield coming toward the ball a bit, coming into that crease, but at least they're trying to go across the crease.
Swung across to Johannes as they try to rag some of the clock here down in the corner. Doing a really good job as Johannes.
Yeah, when you're on the penalty kill, just keep it for, and that's what, keep it for as long as you can. And these kids are so good controlling the ball in their stick. They can almost 2-3 guys cross-checking them, and they just get it in. Now we've got a penalty coming.
And it's going to be a high sticking call, and it's going to be to Caleb Morrison. So the coach gets kicked out for calling for a high sticking penalty, and 30 seconds later, Caleb Morrison takes the high sticking penalty.
So he might think he did his job there, John.
Exactly.
We don't want to encourage official abuse, but sometimes it works.
Maybe Howie said it wasn't so bad after all. Just over 5.5 to go, and there's a shot stopped between the feet of Mason. He keeps it out and keeps Owen Sound within 2.
Yeah. And early in that first period, he wasn't finding those balls right after, but that he certainly shook off those yips early.
Talking around his man, trying to get the shot up. 2 guys all over him. Molly McLaurin in there with him, but she can't find the ball.
Maybe Cochran's getting activated here. We talked about Moran trying to lead them back. Cochran's got one, and you get one, your confidence starts to build, right? And so let's see if what Cochran can do.
Owen Sound's, the 4-on-4 is just about to end here, and Cambridge is going to go to a power play for a minute left on it now. Here comes the shot, and Mason with the save. The shot coming from Tyler Owen, who has 2 on the night already.
The way that the leg pads are constructed for lacrosse goalie, it's difficult to control the rebound off your pads. That's a really good job by Mason there to control that ball.
Owen Sound elects to just throw it down the floor. That gets picked off by Gillespie, who's going to try to set up the power play. There's a nice pass in the middle and a shot off Lankowski's stick and stopped by Mason again.
And you saw as soon as he stood up, he released it from his crotch area and it rolled in, but of course the whistle had already gone.
And twice now, Owen Sound's just throwing it down floor and instead of trying to rag the ball.
That must be an instruction coming from the bench, or you don't think you'd see it twice in a row.
No, there's one off the post. It's in behind him, and it's not in the net. It's Morrison who comes in and sweeps it out, and there's the 3rd time down the floor, so that's obviously the play call.
Well, and the way a lacrosse ball bounces, put that on net, that sometimes picks up speed as it goes.
I'd like Carter Moran to be running the ball down the floor.
Yep.
Regardless of...
Look at Morrison's trying to sneak. You guys can't see it on your screen, but Morrison came out of the bench and tried to sneak down to the offensive end.
And he's just going to wait down there and let him play for him. But here's the rebound, and that one goes just wide. Lankowski can't get up and get this ball in time, I don't think, over Moran.
Yeah, and a good job by Mason to seal that off on the rebound. Shooter had nowhere to go.
Lankowski down to Owen. Owen, he puts it just wide.
You saw that again from Owen, what I talked about earlier, that ability to go high-low with his stick handling.
Here's Moran. He's wide open. He gets it from Morrison to the net. He can't finish. Another nice seat by Swift.
A nice play there by Morrison to find him, and a really great play by Moran to take that pass behind him like that.
The best part about the pass was it was in an area where only Moran could get that pass.
That's like the quarterback throwing it to the back shoulder where it can't be defended, and that's exactly right.
Just under 3 minutes to go. Owen Sound trailing by 2. Need a defensive stand. Into the middle.
Nice check there by Merrifield. As soon as the player went to shoot it, he put a shoulder into him.
And here's Cochran. He has the 2nd of 2 on the night for Owen Sound. He's going to defer to Merrifield, who hasn't pushed the pace very much tonight.
No, he's there. The first few shifts, he would have tried to run some guys there, but he's obviously feeling that ankle a bit. You almost maybe think Cochran should have kept that, just with the ankle problem we assume an ankle problem.
The way Cochran's been running tonight. There's a shot and another save as it looked like that one caught Mason.
That's also one of those challenges for the younger teams. I'm sure if you're into the midgets or the junior Bs, they can instinctively make those changes, and they realize, you know, I'm hobbled, I'm going to take a step back a bit.
Yeah.
You go with it. Just with the more experience.
Understanding that we're all really good players, and some of us are going to have good nights, and some of us are going to have bad nights, and you got to find the hot hand. And it's not going to be the same guy every single night. I believe that's Caden Vance into the corner.
I think it's got you. It's 16, and he slips anyway. So Cambridge, no. Well, Cambridge does get it.
Stewart couldn't quite find it as it was bouncing around, and here's Trent.
And now Gotchu's limping off. You can see him on your screen there. He slipped and maybe cramped up. Post. Whew. 15, Tyler Owen. Am I getting his name right?
He might have 5 posts.
Yeah, he is one slick stick handler. You can hear the referee yelling to Merrifield, no slash, no slash. So he came around safely.
Merrifield in the middle of the box trying to find a man to check in. Here's a turnover, and you're probably not going to catch him. It's Carter Moran in all alone, down 2. Oh, and he's robbed by Swift again.
He gets it right back, follows his ball.
Got a man back door.
Yeah, oh, and Cochran wanted that ball. He's mad he didn't get it. Maybe should save that body language for later. But, you know,
it's tough as a 13-year-old.
I know it is.
To hold that back.
Yeah. And so we've got a timeout now for Cambridge.
And, I mean, you look at it, him and Moran, 2 guys who've been Owen Sound's best players.
Yep. That is at least twice the one goal, and then right there where Moran's just had his stick up in the air in the right defensive position, the guy threw it right in.
Mm-hmm.
So Moran maybe has that guy figured out, or just is shadowing him so well. And there's Ethan Woods drawing it up.
We're going to have 42 seconds essentially left here in the third period.
The clock always gets away from me, but yeah, you're right. Only 42 seconds. So I'm actually, in a sense, surprised that Cambridge called a timeout in that situation.
Yeah.
That gives Coach Ethan Woods but actually Cambridge has the ball. So they actually, let me fix that. I'm not surprised because their coach can get them. Here's how we're going to support the ball up the floor. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Owen Sound isn't going to play kind of a full press, but hey, I guess because right now Cambridge made us wait out the whole 30 seconds.
I'm rather confused why they're all inside of their house.
Cambridge is going to walk up, use all the time that they can.
You know, it's interesting to watch.
Yeah.
So quiet in here at this point. I think maybe we're not the only ones in here thinking this.
So now I just saw Ethan Woods motion to his team, go up and get him. But Cambridge wait out the whole 30 seconds, throw it down the field. Just throw it into the corner. Yeah. So now that kid just got buried by Caleb Morrison, and he had thrown the ball away. No penalty call on the play.
There should be a penalty call.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty late. And he got buried, and I don't say that in a flippant, insensitive way. Morrison, I think, was late. And he's not in good shape. You can hear the Cambridge coach that's left on the bench. He's trying to call out Owen Sound, like, how can you let him do that? Of course, Caleb made that decision on his own. But the referees did not call a penalty. And here's the replay. Okay, let's count here. The ball goes away. Oh, to the neck too, John.
It's just he's such a big kid that there's nothing he can do about it. But it's impossible for him to lay the cross check and it not be to the neck. Yeah. He's just got to not make the check. The game's over, essentially.
Yeah.
But you can see the way I didn't even catch the number of the Cambridge Hawks player.
Yeah. So he's moving around, he's rolling around, but I wonder in that situation, wind knocked out of him, which is such a helpless feeling. You can see the trainer and probably assistant coach there directing her players around. So the other coach got kicked out too, but I can understand his beef. He's got to stick up for his player in that situation, John.
Yeah, and it's, of course, it just turns out it's the same defender from Owen Sound that he was barking about earlier that has now caused this.
That's a good point. So Morrison is going to have to figure out how to play lower, maybe.
Yeah.
How to play to other people. You're right. He can't control that he's 6'4" and that guy's 5'4", but ultimately he's got to get his cross checks lower.
Yeah, and I'm surprised this is taking this long for, I assume to be Owen Sound's trainer to come out.
Yeah. So we never like to see players hurt. I mean, these kids have fun summers hopefully going on, and all of that too. It extends beyond lacrosse. Looks like he's sitting up. He's got up. If that trainer had any thought that the injury was more major, she wouldn't be letting him move around like that. So that's a good sign. He's going to get up and get back in the minivan on the way home to Cambridge, or the bus, or I don't know if they brought a bus. But yeah, kudos to number 4. And you identified Ashton Lankowski real early as kind of what we call the quarterback of their offensive play, John.
Yeah, he did a great job early in the game, setting up 3 of the 4 goals I think I have him down for with assists.
Now, I'm a little surprised that they've left Caleb Morrison on the floor. Not that there's going to be any retribution, but maybe just take him off to...
Yeah.
Just take him off to, get any of the tension out of the way.
Defuse the situation as he drives right to the net. And Merrifield's going to come around to the far side. He doesn't know where the ball is.
Well, and he got stung there, too, with a cross-check, maybe to the ribs.
Well, I think after the last play, he's lucky he didn't get another one.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, so Merrifield's still kind of down there. And his teammate's now going to maybe run back and see if he's okay.
This just looks like an ugly situation.
Now, thankfully, we're Bantam and not Midget or Junior B, because then you may see some... Yeah. So, anyway, looks to be okay. Caught maybe an elbow or a butt end as he cut around the corner.
And best wishes to Lankowski, because we hope he's okay and doesn't miss